If you have been waiting for something, Spirit wants you to know the time for waiting is over. And if you've been waiting for a sign, this is your sign. This video is for you. Spirit wants you to know that spring is coming. And with the coming of spring, it is time for renewed energy. It is time to plant the seeds for the flowers that you want to grow in your life. And the time will pass very quickly. And so Spirit wants you to get going. We got the running card. Spirit wants you to move quickly. No more waiting, no more wintering, no more hibernating. It's time to go, okay? This is your call. This is your wake-up call. However, some of you are sitting there going, Gabby, yes, I do want to do something, but I don't know what it is that I'm supposed to be doing. If you know, great, get going. If you're not sure, then you may pause for a brief moment, very brief, just to reflect and make a decision. This card is reminding you that the world is your oyster. All you have to do is choose and start moving. And in fact, at this point, it kind of doesn't even matter. Just start doing something, and if that doesn't work out, start doing the other thing. But you have been sitting around thinking, waiting, overanalyzing for far too long. So pick a thing and start doing it. Whatever calls to you, whatever you're most passionate about, it's time to do that. And feel free to seek enlightenment. Feel free to get some information from somebody. Feel free to get guidance along the way, but start moving. The Seeker card isn't exactly like the Hermit. In the Seeker card, he is moving, he's walking, and he's trusting the lantern to guide his way. He's trusting this lantern to guide his way, and that's what you can do as well, all right? But one thing to be cautious of is make sure that you have done your shadow work, because if you haven't explored your own shadow, then the temptations along the way will get to you. They will drag you down. And the way to deal with temptation isn't just to avoid it, it's to recognize it. And if you haven't done your shadow work, you won't always recognize what the temptations are and what the risks are of giving into those temptations. And a lot of you keep asking me what shadow work is. I've addressed it in a few videos, and I even have a whole video just about shadow work. But very, very briefly, when I say do this shadow work, what I mean is you have to explore the parts of yourself that you don't like. You have to explore your triggers, but you also have to genuinely understand the parts of yourself that you reject, or the things that you don't let yourself ever give into, because then when it comes in an attractive disguise, you're pretty susceptible to it. Imagine that you never, ever, ever, ever let yourself eat sugar, and then suddenly you have sugar in front of you and you just binge on it. Like, that's the kind of temptation we're talking about, where if you overly restrict your shadow self, then the shadow stuff is going to be your weakness, and you will give into it when it comes up. And so that is what this card is reminding you, is you need to understand your shadow self, and you need to accept the parts of yourself. None of us are perfect, right? We can't deny everything that we don't like about ourselves. We have to like ourselves for our whole selves and for who we are, and to embrace that. That way you are more resistant to temptation when it comes calling. And that's really important, because this journey is special. This journey is very special for you. And again, Spirit wants you to get moving and get going. And like I said, trust the light to guide you along the way, and do your shadow work as you go. Don't wait for it, but that way you'll know what's light and what's shadow. You know what I mean? You'll know the truth, and you can choose much more wisely as you travel. All right, so what are your signs and symbols? We definitely got water element, so you may be drawn to water at this time, and this is definitely a sign to watch your emotions, explore your emotions, and manage them. Not deny them, but manage them. And I feel like this might be tied to the shadow self a little bit. You may have some feelings and emotions that you don't want to admit, but if you repress them, then they're just gonna bust out and be dangerous. Like anger, you know what I mean? Like, you may not like it that you are angry sometimes, but anger is a sign that your boundaries are being pushed. So if you understand what to do with that anger, then you're not gonna bottle it up and explode later. You get what I'm getting at here? Okay, that's why you have to do your shadow work. All right, and then also lean into community. Spirit is saying that there is a community that is here to support you, and whatever it is that you want to do, make sure that you are using your network, you're building your network. And so it's interesting because it's the community card, but this is the phone tree. And so this may not be people you spend like a ton of time with, but make sure that you're maintaining that network of people, that you're feeding your tree, you know what I mean? That you're watering it and giving it sunlight. Make sure that you maintain your connections, even if you're not spending a ton of time with people, because that community is going to be there when you need them. So make sure that you are, again, maintaining it, all right? And then we also got meditation. And so I think that just because we're saying go, start running, use the energy, it doesn't mean that you're all go and no think, okay? So make sure that as you move forward with this thing that you're starting for spring with that awesome spring energy, that, you know, regularly you're taking the time to check in with yourself. You're taking time to ground yourself. You're taking time to make sure, okay, every little decision I'm making, yes, no, you know what I mean? Like, make sure that you're checking in. It's not just about, you know, running full throttle and never stopping. You need to like rest along the way. We also got Firefly, which is super cute, auras and observe. So just keep an eye out on that journey. And just like the Hermit, where he has the light to guide his way, make sure that you're looking for the auras of people around you, that you're doing vibe checks as you go. There's something about you checking in with your intuition and doing vibe checks about the people that you are working with along the way. And this journey may not be about work. This could be about relationships, but make sure you're doing vibe checks of all the people that you encounter on this path. That's interesting, because some people are going to fulfill different parts of you and help in different ways. And some people may not be part of your journey. So make sure that you're doing your vibe checks. Okay, let's get into your numbers. So we got 333. The affirmation is I am powerful. You are so powerful. Please channel this inner power and know that that is going to guide you through what you're trying to do. So just trust in the power and trust in the support of the universe. And again, 333, I want you to type 333 in the comments to affirm, because this is a big one. We also got 3, which is I am charismatic. So your charisma is going to see you through as well. Trust in your charisma, but also remember to channel it, okay? I think that has to do with the emotions and the shadow self. Make sure that you're leaning into your charisma as you navigate what's coming up for you, because it's exciting and it's going to be big. 24, I am generous. Make sure that you are part of the cycle of generosity of the universe, that you are giving generously, not a scarcity mindset, okay? So generous with love, generous with time, generous with resources, and trust the flow of generosity brings that generosity back to you, okay? When you are engaged in a scarcity mindset, unfortunately, the universe responds with scarcity. So you need to be switching to this generosity mindset and make sure that you say this affirmation, I am generous, all right? We also got 1010, I am patient. So you're running, you're gonna be working hard, you're gonna be putting all the energy into it, and even if you don't see the rewards right away, remind yourself, I am patient. This is your affirmation. I am patient. I believe that the blessings will come to me. I believe that the universe will reward me in the cycle of generosity. I am patient, and I know that good things are coming to me. Your impatience is not going to work for you, okay? You got to put the work in, and you've got to trust the universe that everything is going to work out the way it's supposed to. 1010. Thank you so much, everybody. Remember, I do private readings that you can book through my website, which is linked in my bio, and I also do consultations. So if you actually want to talk, I have a consultation available. People are really enjoying those, and this is my only account, and I will not DM you, so please do not fall for the imposter accounts. People keep DMing me about them. I know they're there. They block me. I can't see them. I can't report them. I can do nothing other than warn you guys. Please don't respond to them. Just block them and report them. That's all we can do. I'm Mystic Moon Rising 1111. If it doesn't match what I put down there and you see this video on a different account, that's not me. Report them. Okay, love you guys. Good luck.